going to wait for a couple of minutes until everybody's online so everyone can join us to read the book. So remember, if you have any questions at all, you can pop it in the comments section, or if you want to, you can send us a book, or you can send us a picture to Unicorn and Wolfie, P.O. Box 8648, Mount Gambier East, South Australia 5291. How has everybody's day been? Hope everyone has had a really lovely day. I was just cuddling in with Unicorn, and you can see Jack down here having a nice little nap. Hi Lee, how are you? Hi everyone on TikTok. Hi R20, how are you going? I still have a little bit of the flu, so I'm still feeling a little bit down. Excuse me for my barking cough. Hi Mike. Thank you for all of the likes on TikTok already. Did you 20? What time is it over there? It's nearly bedtime for kids over here. Well, you get to go to sleep with, wake up and go to sleep with Unicorn. Isn't that fun? Hi Theone. How are you? 9:31. Oh, nice. That is a nice time. 9:31 a.m. I like that. All right. Oh, now we're going to do a joke first. 20, you got a good joke for us? And I'll read it out to everybody. Lost my joke book. I don't know where the joke book. I am all over the shop tonight. Or it might be under my. It's under my pillow. Now.
How you doing, R20?
Wolfie has not, again, vetted these jokes, so...
I claim no responsibility.
He claims no responsibility for how dodgy my jokes are. But, if you want to write in a joke, please do. Hopefully a good one.
I will give you a shout out with your joke.
We will give you a shout out.
I'm good, bro. I'm good, R20.
Now, you ready? Why don't eggs tell jokes? Because they'll crack each other up. Okay. What did the banana sitting in the sun say to the other banana sitting in the sun? Don't know about you, but I'm starting to peel. That was really bad. Hey, Baggy Raggy, we're telling jokes here. Again, if anybody has a joke better than what I have, please write it in. Yeah, thanks, R20. You think about it. Hang on. What has a bottom at the top? A leg.
I'll kind of pay that one.
Yeah. That's nearly a paid one. What word is always spelled incorrectly?
Incorrectly?
Incorrectly, yeah, that was a bad one. What starts with an E, ends with an E, and has only one letter in it? What starts with an E, ends in an E, and only has one letter in it? An envelope. Okay. That's enough. That's enough of those jokes. They're not even funny. I need to find a better joke book. So if you guys can find a better joke, you can't think of any, R20, love it. All right. You ready for a story? I don't even know how old you are, 20, but you're getting a story tonight, and whoever else wants to. It's 8:04 p.m. here. Okay, so this is May Gibbs, Tales from the Campfire. This is Snugglepot and Cuddle Pie. Oh, you're very ready? Yeah, let's get over the jokes, and you can read along with me. Okay, I'm going to put my legs up. And I'm sorry, everyone, if I can't see your comments while I'm reading, but I'll try and check in after every page. Okay. The mystery of the humans. Ooh. I'm looking forward to exploring today, said Snugglepot as he stretched out by the campfire. I don't think we've ever been so far from our tree. You'd think we'll see a monster human, do you? Cuddlepie yawned. He hadn't slept a wink last night. Every little noise had kept him awake. Snugglepot shrugged. You mustn't believe everything the papers say. Now that is a very, very good point. You mustn't believe everything that the papers say. I certainly don't. But Cuddlepie was worried. The Bush Telegraph had recently reported a sighting of a monster human in the bush, and it could still be out there. Besides, it was Mrs. Snake who saw the human. You can't trust a word she says. Snugglepot handed Cuddlepie a steaming mug of billy tea. After breakfast, they set off into the bush. Snugglepot chatted merrily while Cuddlepie stared at every snapping twig and falling leaf. Shh! Cuddlepie suddenly said, Can you hear that? Snugglepot laughed. Cuddlepie, it's just the wind in the trees. No, it's someone crying, Cuddlepot insisted. Rounding the bend in the track, they came across some bright orange netting, and someone was trapped inside it. They crept closer. It was Mrs. Fantail, Cuddlepie gasped. Oh, help! Please help! She cried, flapping her wings uselessly. The little bird was tangled in the heavy netting. Don't worry, we'll have you out quick, Sticks, Snugglepot said. Just try and stay still. The nuts pulled at the netting with all of their might, but then Mrs. Fantail started shrieking, Ow, my wing! Don't pull it! As the two nuts worked to free Mrs. Fantail, there came a thud, thud, thud. Sticks cracked and leaves crunched. Cuddlepie looked over his shoulder and froze. Woof! A large black beast with huge jaws and massive paws appeared, barking and sniffing along the ground. An enormous figure was also coming towards them. It was so tall that Cuddlepie could hardly see its face. The monster human! Cuddlepie whispered as he fainted to the ground. Mrs. Fantail began flapping frantically. Get me out, she squawked. The monster human and the black beast were nearly upon them. Snugglepot dragged Cuddlepie behind a tree and peered out. Thanks, R20. Yeah, now you're a mod. Woohoo! Shh! Snugglepot whispered to Mrs. Fantail. Stay still. The black beast sniffed at Mrs. Fantail, dropping warm saliva all over her. Hi, Dandy. How you going? Mrs. Fantail shrieked and tried to bury herself further in the netting. Snugglepot could only watch in horror as the monster human reached out with its long arms and picked up Mrs. Fantail. It lifted her up into the air and looked closely at the netting. Mrs. Fantail! Gasped Snugglepot. But the monster human was gently detangling Mrs. Fantail, freeing her from the net and checking her wings for any injuries. He stroked the bird, who was frozen with shock, and placed her safely up on a nearby branch. Well found, Shadow. This rubbish has no place in the bush, said the human, as he placed the netting into a hessian bag he carried over his shoulder. Whistling, he called the black beast, and they both strode away along the track. When the monster human and his black beast were safely out of sight, Snugglepot called out, "Mrs. Fantail, are you all right?" Mrs. Fantail fluttered down the road, down to the two nuts. "Yes, I'm fine, thank you." Cuddlepie stirred and rubbed his eyes. "Monsters," he shouted. "Everything is gummy." Snugglepot soothed. "I saw a human." Cuddlepie's eyes widened. "So it was a human." "And I fainted. What did it look like?" "It looked like a giant nut, and it had eyes like ours," said Snugglepot. "The human saved me," Mrs. Fantail marvelled. "Wait till we get back and tell everyone." Hi, flowers. Yeah, we are reading books, as we do every night, except last night because I was sick. Snugglepot and Mrs. Fantail told all of the bush creatures who would listen about their exciting encounter with a human. "We don't need to worry. Humans aren't scary at all. They can be kind and gentle," Snugglepot says. "I can't believe I missed it," Cuddlepot laughed as he hugged his friend. And that's the end of that story. So, what can we learn from that story? Because they had reported in the news with Cuddlepie and Snugglepot that there was a really scary monster out there. But as it turned out, the monster was a human, and the human was kind and saved a bird. So you can't believe everything that you read in the news. Okay, the next one is the Great Bulldog Caper. Ooh. Hey, Ozzy. Even though you're here. Excuse me, everybody, for my terrible cough. The Great Bulldog Caper. Get your fresh honey cakes. Cheap calls day and night. Beautiful portraits while you wait. Snugglepot and Cuddlepie were visiting the big city. Snugglepot was wearing his new suit that they'd just bought, at a walking stick. Cuddlepie had on his new hat. They both looked very smart. Cuddlepie suddenly tugged on Snugglepot's arms. "Who is that?" A beautiful blossom was walking her bulldog ant. Or rather, the bulldog ant was walking her. The ant pulled at the leash, and the blossom was having trouble holding on. "It's Lily Pilly, the actress," said Snugglepot. "Her father owns the theatre here in the big city." "Hi, Teak. How you going?" "She has a splendid bulldog," said Cuddlepie. Suddenly, the bulldog ant jumped up and knocked over a basket of eggs. In her surprise, Lily Pilly let go of the lead. The shopkeeper shouted angrily. "She needs help!" Snugglepot yelled. "Come on!" The bulldog ant was running towards the honey cakes. Cuddlepie lunged after him. "No," he said sternly. The ant was so startled that he stopped in his tracks. Cuddlepie grabbed the lead and pulled the ant safely out of the way. Yeah, that's right. Thanks, Tweety. I am expressionate. I have read a lot of children's books. I've been a kids teacher or a kindergarten teacher, so and I have my own horse riding school, so there's lots of animation in my book reading.
One more subscriber to hit 100 on YouTube.
Oh, one more subscriber on YouTube to hit 100. Woo! Let's go. Let's see if we can get it by the end of the live stream. The nuts introduced themselves to the actress. Lily Pilly was extremely grateful. "We only just got Rocky, you see, and he hasn't been trained yet," she explained. "Please, would you help me take him home?" Cuddlepie was still busy keeping Rocky under control, so Snugglepot said yes for both of them. Lily Pilly lived with her father, Mr. Pilly. There was a large, once beautiful garden for Rocky to run around in, but it was now covered in holes. I see Rocky likes digging," said Snugglepot. "Yes, I wish he wasn't so naughty," said Lily Pilly. At that moment, Rocky jerked the lead out of Cuddlepie's hand so strongly that Cuddlepie stumbled and his hat fell off. Rocky did a mad dash around the garden and then jumped up on Snugglepot, begging him to play. Can you imagine an ant being a nut and an ant jumping up on you like a dog? That would be the craziest thing. Rocky did a mad dash around the garden, then jumped on Snugglepot, begging him to play. Snugglepot dropped his walking stick in surprise. "Rocky, naughty boy," scolded Lily Pilly. "I'm so sorry," said Lily Pilly miserably.
We hit 100 subscribers.
Oh, we've hit 100 subscribers. Woo, on YouTube. Thanks, Michelle. Appreciate it.
Hi.
Come on, Rocky boy, said Cuddlepie, trying to distract the bulldog ant. "Let's play fetch." Yes, Ozzy, you can now.
Hi, Fatima.
Hi. He grabbed a stick and threw it. The delighted young bulldog raced after it and brought it right back, chewing on it happily all the while. "Good boy, look, he can fetch." He held up the stick for Lily Pilly and Snugglepot to see. Snugglepot stared hard. The stick looked familiar. "Stump and bump me, isn't that?" Cuddlepie looked at the chewed wood more closely. "That's your new walking stick," he finished awkwardly. Snugglepot started to cry, and Lily Pilly felt even worse than before. Cuddlepie put his arm around his friends. "It was nice to meet you, Lily Pilly, but we have to go now," Cuddlepie said. He looked around for his new cap. Rocky helpfully brought it to him, then crunched it into a pile of little pieces. "Going so soon?" boomed Mr. Pilly. "Yes, I'm afraid Rocky has been very naughty," said Lily Pilly. Starting at the beginning, she told her father about all of the trouble Rocky had caused that day. "And now he's ruined my new suit, chewed my walking stick, and crunched up Cuddlepie's cap," Snugglepot added. Mr. Pilly put his hands over his tummy and chuckled. Has he? That's the funniest thing I've heard in a while."
Hi, Tay.
Hi, Tay. Mr. Pilly was very kind. He promised to replace Snugglepot and Cuddlepie's clothes, then his face lit up. "You know, you've just given me a wonderful idea for a new show about a naughty bulldog ant. Please accept these tickets to come to the Lily Pilly Pictures Palace tonight." Snugglepot stopped crying and said, "Really? I've never been to the pictures before." "Lily is in tonight's production," Mr. Pilly told them. He turned and gave the bulldog ant a belly rub. "Now, Rocky, you young scallywag, it's off to obedience school for you." Snugglepot and Cuddlepie went to the pictures and had a wonderful time, quite forgetting their ruined clothes. And as for Rocky, he did so well at school that he became a model student. What's more, he never chewed up anyone else's clothes ever again. So that's the second book. I might read the third story, but I do just need a minor break for a moment. So
You guys can talk to Jack.
Yeah, you guys can talk to the dog while I just take a minor break.
I'll talk to the wolf.
Or talk to Wolfie.
Got any questions, guys? Feel free to ask.
I'm just going to leave my little spot here. And I'll be back in a second. You stay right there, Jack. You do not need to come with me. Oh. Now,
You only need a unicorn run.
That's right. Uni needs a uni break. What? Did anybody see that?
I did.
Good.
Gymnastics.
I did gymnastics off the bed. I'm just going to put that you can watch Unicorn for a moment.
Jack, get your butt up. Say hello to everyone. Jack. He's like, no.
He's like, I'm too tired.
Just give us a couple of minutes, guys. My sister is 5 years old. Oh, that's cute. Nice to have you with us, Fatima, on YouTube. How you doing today, Tay, or tonight? Tay and Andrew are smashing the like button on TikTok. Everyone's clicking the like button just for Jack, the dog who's asleep. Jack's like, leave me alone, Wolfie. Jack's like, what are you doing, man? I hope everyone's having a good day or night. Please stand by while Unicorn does what she needs to do and comes back. No one got any questions, requests, anything? R20's favourite, womp womp.
Late is absent.
Jack, are you gonna eat my horse?
My gosh, when's it going to come on camera?
Some boys. R20's sister is 5 years old.
Oh.
The boss is here. She who must be obeyed. Hazel!
Hi, Hazel. Oh, yes, I'm on my... Oh, this is a tough job. For a
I'm going back to my trailer.
40-something-year-old.
Come on, you could have lied and said 35 and everyone would have believed you.
Yeah, 25-year-old. This is a tough job.
I think 25 is a stretch of the imagination.
25 is a stretch.
I would have stuck with 35. That seems a bit more believable.
Oh, good. My son's asleep, and I was about to look up ASMR, but I found you guys again. Oh, that's so sweet, Tay. Oh, and you love the storytelling. Who was that, Tay? Oh.
You suck up, Tay.
Oh, so
Just
sweet.
kidding, Tay does.
So sweet. Okay. We're on our last story, and then we'll take questions, and I would have believed 25. Tay would have believed I was 25.
How much did you bribe her?
I don't even know Tay, I don't think. Hi Laura, how you going? Alright, R20, is your sister up and awake and about? I'll read her this last story. Or she can watch. Okay, because I've got the flu, I just need to get my breath back because getting out of bed and then getting back in bed was quite a moment.
Plus a very long day.
Plus a very long day. It's a very long day today. Okay. Oh, thank you, Anonymous. I already am a mum. Yep. I already am a mum. I have a 12-year-old daughter who doesn't think it's very cool that her mum dresses up as a unicorn and reads books to other kids. Oh.
Tay, I love
Tay, you're so beautiful. Thank you so much. Genuine good vibes, yeah. And that's what we're here for, genuine good vibes, so you can see who we are and,
interact with everyone.
Together, interact with you guys. Whether we're sick or not, last night I was really, really sick, so that's why I didn't come online. Okay, let's have a look at this last story and then I'll get chatting to you guys. Alright, the river adventure. Ooh, this one sounds good. Now, would anyone mind if I take my hood off? My unicorn hood, because I'm really hot in here tonight, so you'll have to put up with my hair. Okay. I'm going to sit over here and make sure that we can see it on both cameras, can we? Brilliant. Okay. The river adventure. Just think, soon we'll be sailing, said Cuddle Pie dreamily. With cool breezes and blue skies, Snugglepot smiled. The two friends were at a busy dock, standing amongst throngs of bushfolk. Many boats bobbed merrily on the water. Mr. Lizard had come with Snugglepot and Cuddle Pie to the dock because he wanted to get a glimpse of the famous ship his friends would be sailing on. Which one is the Snag? Said Cuddlepot. I just want to check. There was a loud wah! Suddenly, the biggest ship they'd ever seen was slowly pulling up to a nearby wharf. It had 2 large sails and a central cabin with many round portholes. By gum, that's the Snag, all right, shouted Cuddle Pie. Best get on board quick sticks, said Mr. Lizard. Have fun, you two. Bye, Mr. Lizard. Clutching their tickets, the excited nuts ran up the gangplank as fast as they could. The ship was marvellous, and the two friends couldn't wait to get going. Ho, 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 welcome aboard, boomed a loud voice. The name was Captain Bushnut. Captain Bushnut was a huge Banksia man with an impressive hat. He strode among the passengers and stopped in front of the two nuts. Ahoy! Who be this? He roared, his black eyes twinkling. I'm Snugglepot, and this is Cuddle Pie, sir, said Snugglepot bravely. Hey, Chris, how you going? I'm looking for a couple of fit first mates. Will ye help me? Of course, Snugglepot said. Captain Bushnut led the two friends right up to the bridge where the ship's wheel sat. They could see all the way up the river. Now, mates, starboard your helm and keep her steady, instructed the captain. I'm not sure why the captain now has a accent, but he does. It's just how reading goes. Hi, Frank. He means turn the wheel to the right, Cuddle Pie whispered to Snugglepot, eager to impress. Snugglepot turned the wheel with all his might, and whoops, the ship lurched to the side. By gum, that's too far, said the captain. He grabbed the wheel and tried to turn it back, but couldn't get control. Give us a hand, ye lads, he cried. Snugglepot and Cuddle Pie both grabbed the wheel and tried to turn it to the left, but it was too late. The ship was heading straight for the bank. Right-o, brace yourselves, the captain shouted, and the ship screeched and shuddered to a halt. Captain Bushnut went to inspect the damage. The ship was firmly beached. He announced that they would all have to camp on the bank until another ship could come by to pick them up the next day. Snugglepot felt like it was all his fault, so he apologised to the captain. But Captain Bushnut didn't seem too bothered. No worries, lad, it's not your fault. I should have steered her myself. They don't call her the Snag for nothing, said Captain Bushnut. Snugglepot, Cuddle Pie? Very faintly they could hear someone calling out to them. Snugglepot pointed at the riverbank. Look, he said to Cuddle Pie. It's Ragged Blossom. Do you guys remember Ragged Blossom from the other night? That was one of the Blossom sisters who did the acrobats, I think. They got off the ship and went to meet their friend Ragged Blossom, and she was delighted to see them. Come and play, she said. The Frog family are teaching me to dive. Mr. Frog and his children leapt around excitedly. when they saw Snugglepot and Cuddlepie. They enjoyed company more than anything. The diving pool was perfectly round and very deep. Mr. Frog showed the three friends how to hold their breath and swim down under the still water. Later, when they were all diving with confidence, Mr. Frog took them to an underwater tunnel. One by one, they all followed him down through the passage and popped their heads up into an underwater cave. Sunlight filtered down from an opening above, making the wet cave walls shimmer. "Treetop!" breathed the nuts. After they finished exploring, Mr. Frog and his children jumped out through the opening and let down a ladder. Cuddlepie and Snugglepot and Ragged Blossom climbed up to see a campfire that crackled invitingly, and somebody very familiar was waiting for them. "Mr. Lizard!" cried Snugglepot and Cuddlepie. "I thought you might be hungry," he smiled, offering a hot buttered damper and billy tea. As the sun began to set, everyone sat around the campfire, munching and slurping. "Tell us a story, Mr. Lizard," begged Cuddlepie. Everyone loved Mr. Lizard's stories. Mr. Lizard thought for a moment. "Well, I do know one story." A contented silence fell over the group. It all started when Snugglepot and Cuddlepie saw a real human. And that is the end of our three stories.
Tay, Super Sarah, and Andrew have been killing that like button.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much, guys.
2 people just followed you as well.
Thanks for the follows. Hey, these books have been great because they've been, like, we can follow them along. We can follow the stories along from night to night. I think we only have one of these Snugglepot and Cuddlepie books left for tomorrow, and then we will, thank you so much, Kim, or Kimmy Mac, for the follow. So we've only got one more of these books to go, and then we'll finish the Snugglepot and Cuddlepie series. So, I'm pretty blocked up tonight with the flu, but I'd really love to chat with you guys and see if there are any particular books, hey Emily, that you'd like us to read, or, you know, anything you think we can add. If you store up jokes during the next 24 hours, you can then type them to us in the comments section. Excuse me with my big cough. So I'll just wait for a couple of minutes and see if anyone wants to ask any questions, any horse-related questions, life-related questions, as long as they're not too personal, questions about the books we've been reading, anything really. Have a problem? I can usually solve problems pretty easily too.
Mr. Jack.
Mr. Jack is here having a nice little relax. You know, every night now at about just before we start, he comes up here. He's like, "I'm ready for story time." It's like he knows the time, which is so cute to see in him. Like, "Come on, Mum, it's story time." And by the end of story time, he's like asleep. It's so cute. It's so cute. Maybe I should leave the camera and then everyone will hit the like button again. Oh dear. So we'll just give you guys a couple of minutes if you have any questions, want to type anything in. If nothing comes through, we will end the live. But thank you so much to all of our subscribers or likers. And we have not read any Roald Dahl books, but we will. Any suggestions on I've got a couple in my stash over there. I do have a couple of longer books that we can read a couple of chapters of each night, but they don't have pictures, so it's hard to tell for the younger kids. Sometimes the younger kids want pictures, whereas the older kids sort of want to dream up the story that's going on, but we can always try. Roald Dahl books are brilliant. I really like them. Thanks for that, Tay. That's brilliant. Hi, J. Clue. Yo, yo. What a name. Joe Clue. Yo, yo. Love it. Anyone from
Big
YouTube?
friendly giant.
Yeah. I have, well, would you believe it? I haven't actually read that book. I think everybody's read that book except me. So maybe that's a sign.
I agree, Tay. It's a really good book.
Maybe it's a sign that I need to read that. And actually, another one of my favourites is The Man from Snowy River. I nearly know that all off by heart, like off the top of my head. But some nights when I'm not concentrating, I can read and not take the story in, so I can read aloud. But I don't actually take the story in, so it's nice on nights when I do take the story in fully, because reading aloud can stop that for me sometimes. Oh.
Yeah, nearly at 4,000 likes because of Tay and Andrew, mostly.
Tay and Andrew?
Yeah.
Goodness me. Thank you. I'm nearly at 4,000 likes on
TikTok.
That's fantastic. So I can't wait for BFG. I'll see if I've got it in my bookshelf. I don't think I do. Might have it in French, not in. I'm not reading French.
Mesdames et messieurs.
Yeah. Bonjour. Comment ça va? Ça va bien? C'est about all I know.
Way more than me.
And faire faire fou.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. Or casse du pied. Pain in my toe.
I won't ask how you know that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just what we do. Yeah. When you know different languages, you get little bits of languages. Oh, Jack. Does everyone want to see Jack? Oh, you're going to grill it.
Jack's like, I don't want to see anyone.
Oh, Bobby. Oh,
So come on, Mum, I was asleep.
buddy. Oh. Literally, he's just gone straight back to sleep. Oh, Jack. Get up. Oh, hi, Daisy. Oh. There is definitely something in the air at the moment. Look at my beautiful boy. He's so floppy. He's so floppy. Are you so floppy? Oh. Oh, he's so, it's just so adorable. Oh, my little baby. My little baby boy. I'll put it back down. Oh, okay, it's time, everybody. I'm getting really tired. Oh, I'm gonna have a real yawn. The sun's going down, everybody, and Unicorn's getting really tired. So that means you must be getting really tired, little kids. So now it's time for Unicorn and Jack and Toy Unicorn to go to sleep. Good night, everyone.